Justin, when I say horror movie, what comes to your mind?
The greatest movie genre of them all.
I disagree.
Why?
I don't. I agree.
Yeah, no, it's a movie that you could just throw on your TV and, you could be doing something else and still, like, something will catch your eye and you'll just be watching. You don't need to pay attention the whole time. Some you do, some you don't.
And there's so many different subgenres within horror, you're never going to get bored with it. You can always find something to enjoy.
Exactly. You're always going to see something new with the camera tricks and how they build suspense and all that. It's just a great freaking time. People love to get scared.
People fucking love it. Hey! In this video, and I'm trying to relax.
Relax.
I'm getting worked up.
Yeah, this is a fun video, man.
Yeah. Hey, Justin and I are going to go over our top 5 horror movies of all time. And I can't do anything without some bit of competition involved. And I haven't ran this by you yet, so how do you feel about this?
We're very competitive people, Ricky. I think that's why we work so well together.
How do you feel about this? You give your list, I give my list. We'll let them decide in the comments section who has the better list. Bragging rights, just a competition, man, No money involved.
This is probably something we should have went over before we did this video.
I know, but you would have said no, but now I threw you on the spot, and it's kind of hard to say no. So say yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, you go first. Number 5.
Number 5, Ricky, is sci-fi horror Alien. 1979's Alien, directed by Ridley Scott. I don't find Alien scary, but something with this movie, the way they build the atmosphere and the dread and the confinement and the spaceship and all that, it really does build the tension really well. And Ricky, go back and watch Alien. It has some slasher vibes to it, dude. The first one. Second one's action, way more action. But I love this movie to death. Sigourney Weaver, one of the best freaking all-time action heroes ever. And the look and creature design is probably my favorite creature design out of any freaking movie. But great kills. I love it.
I like Alien. It's a good movie. Not anywhere near my list.
Well, you're a joke. And you shouldn't be doing this movie channel anymore if you say that. Take those words back.
Number 5 for me is It Follows.
Okay.
I thought you were going to make fun of me for that one.
No.
Hey.
I mean, it's a little recent, but...
Yeah, and I'm not going to get all in-depth like he does. He's just a weirdo when it comes to movies.
Yeah, Ricky, I like the movie a lot, too. That creepy atmosphere works really well. They pay homage to John Carpenter movies. Like, it's got that 80s...
This is my list, dude. I don't need you coming in here with your fucking... this is how we talk about movies. No, this is mine. You get the fuck...
Oh, fuck. I thought you were going to edit that out where it looks like I choked you
No,
out.
I'm not going to edit it every time out. You're just not going to lunge at me and I'm going to edit shit out. Okay, you're not even dressed for the fucking role. I come here with my fucking...
I don't have any horror movie gear!
You're goddamn dressed like a Best Buy employee. Why?
I'm going for the blockbuster look, but okay.
You missed.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, you missed.
Okay. Can we move on?
It Follows, number 5 for me. Go.
My number 4 is Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street. The best, most original, scary idea for a horror movie ever. And I think I could see people back in 1984 see that movie for the first time and be like, oh my god, they probably could go to sleep, Ricky.
I would imagine that.
Yeah, for weeks. Freddy Krueger, the all-time greatest freaking horror movie villain ever. Unfortunately, the sequels just kept getting worse and worse as we went along, except for 3, which is amazing.
It's not Freddy's fault.
5 and 6 is pretty bad Freddy. But we're not talking about those movies. We're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street. The nightmare sequences are great. Has my favorite kill of all time where he's dragging Tina up on the freaking wall. You can't see him. It's just her. And they had the lowest budget. And what they pulled off was freaking incredible in that movie. Plus, it has my boy Johnny Depp in it.
Did he die?
Hollywood killed him, yeah.
That's a sad story. Number 4 for me. Now, I put this movie on the list because I'm a grown-ass adult, and this shit still scares me to this day. The only movie that actually scares me, I have The Grudge, the American version. I could have put Ju-on in place of this, but I just thought the American version was more tailored to what I like to see in a movie. Because, like, geared towards Americans.
Yeah, no, that's great, Ricky. I can't believe
I'm not done talking about it at all, real quick. You get your thing. Yeah, she's just so scary, This is the reason why I won't date Asian women. She creeps me out, man. I can't do it, dude. I don't know what it is. The little boy, I've said this 1,000 times, I would kick him so hard in the face.
He's still kind of creepy.
I'd feel nothing. I'd be like, hey, you motherfucker, come here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that movie would make it in my top 100. I do give you some respect, though, because Sarah Michelle Gellar was my first crush of all time, and she was in that movie, so you kind of probably forgot that, didn't you?
No, I did not forget that at all. I don't understand why you're referring to Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Because I was a huge fan of Sarah Michelle Gellar.
It's like...
And she
you could have thrown any actress in there to play that role, and it would have been the same.
Yeah, but it was Sarah Michelle Gellar. That's why I brought her up. It wasn't any actress. It was Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Okay, number 4. Go ahead.
It's my number 3.
Oh, okay. I'm not paying attention.
My number 3 is going to be David Cronenberg's The remake of The Fly. I have 2 remakes on my list.
Can I talk a little shit real quick?
What?
I feel like you're just like... These movies are like your cliche answers for top horror movies. Like, I feel like this isn't you, you know?
I watched the... Okay, don't throw me off, bitch. Jeff Goldblum probably gives the best performance of all time in a freaking horror movie. The body horror in this movie is incredible. David Cronenberg does that better than fucking anybody. Especially when it slowly becomes decrepit. Oh my gosh, Ricky. You remember The Fly?
It's a good movie.
And it's got a tragic-ass ending where Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis, even though it's gross too at the same time, it's so weird how they pulled off a gross, disgusting fucking movie or character, but you feel their tragic love story going on too, where he has to let go, and he's just fucking vomiting on his fucking friend's hand, and it fucking just starts melting all over the place. I fucking love this movie to death. It is my number 3. I don't give a shit what you say. I feel like a lot of people want The Fly in their top 5.
Hey, have you ever had sex during The Fly? Like,
God, no.
I did it once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she smelled bad too.
Yeah, probably. Any woman who would have sex with you first, and also while watching The Fly, it's gotta be a gross woman.
My number 3, and you're gonna love this one, it's a doozy. House of a Thousand Corpses.
I'm not gonna hate on that. Even though it's the worst Rob Zombie out of the fire. No. I go Devil's Rejects over that any day of the week.
Devil's Rejects is 100% better, but I don't consider Devil's Rejects a horror movie. I really don't.
It's like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
No.
We're getting off track here.
House of a Thousand Corpses has so many different elements of horror within it, jammed into one movie. Fiction, non-fiction, all that shit. And you got Rainn Wilson in here, and you gotta love Rainn Wilson. Chris Hardwick. But yeah,
Don't forget the best, Sid Haig.
Of course.
What's his face again?
Captain Spaulding.
Oh, dude, another one of the best horror movie characters. Can I say that?
If you keep taking over
Sorry.
my shit, I'm gonna go insane. Like, my eye is twitching so bad right now, it's irritating. I do not consider Devil's Rejects horror movie, man.
That's fine. I mean, that's a.
Is that fair? Am I wrong in saying
You're
that?
completely wrong in that. It is definitely a horror movie. It's about a freaking cult family fucking murdering people. Plus, he wears a Leatherface in that. No, and there's a freaking monster at the end.
You're thinking of House of a Thousand Corpses, man.
And they have the fucking big dude carrying away the cop that goes...
He's just a deformed... Tiny's just a deformed tall dude. He's not like fiction. He's not like Dr. Satan.
Ricky...
Get your shit together, movie guy.
Ricky, is Texas Chainsaw Massacre a horror movie?
Yes.
Why? There's no monsters in that.
Well, with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there's more of an unknown behind what the family is. With Devil's Rejects, you know what they are. You've actually built somewhat of a relationship with them in this movie. So the horror aspect is taken out of it because you're not scared of them anymore. You're kind of on their side in the Devil's Rejects.
Oh, no. I was definitely on William Forsythe's fucking side. I wanted him to kill all those motherfuckers in that van. Ricky, it's definitely a fucking horror movie, dude. Just because it's not a fucking monster doesn't make it... Michael Myers isn't a fucking monster.
I get it, that you don't have to have a fucking monster in the movie for it to be a horror movie. So don't fucking condescend me.
Man, somebody's on edge. Okay, you're completely wrong. Can I say one thing about the House of Thousand Corpses?
No, because you're going to get your last word in about me being wrong, and I have the power. You cannot say anything about my movie. You can't.
The shot where he's got, like, you could tell it's a first-time filmmaker with Rob Zombie, who does great with Devil's Rejects. That's why I think it's a lot better, because he's more mature with that movie.
It is better. It is a better movie.
But the shot where he's got the cops, and it's going out for, like, fucking 5 fucking minutes. It's like, dude, you're just I'm directing this movie. Look at this shot. Isn't this a cool shot? And then bang.
That's one of the most iconic scenes from that movie.
They held on to it.
And it absolutely was overkill on it.
Yeah.
You could have shortened it up a little bit. But it's still very effective, man.
It's not, because he wanted it to be effective. I'm sorry. Okay.
Go on your number 2. I can't wait to hear what this is.
My number 2 is...
He doesn't even know, see?
My number 2 is John Carpenter's The Thing. The greatest practical effects that still hold up to this day. Has the singular greatest jump scare ever. Yes, even over Exorcist 3. Kurt Russell at his absolute best. Keith David, who works so well with fucking John Carpenter. And the fucking paranoia. And it makes you feel like when you watch that movie, I'm like, shit, it is a little fucking cold. The atmosphere is fucking amazing. And the fucking dogs is twisting and turning and becoming the fucking thing. You don't know what the thing is. It could be any fucking thing. And you're on Kurt Russell's side, even though he's slowly going crazy, just killing people off. But hey, the motherfucker had to. And then the ending, where you're like, is Kurt Russell a thing? Is Keith David a thing? Is neither of them a thing? Doesn't fucking matter, because they're both gonna fucking die. But my God, I love that fucking movie. It is this close to being number 1. This fucking close. I just couldn't do it because I got one over it.
I have not seen The Thing. I haven't seen it, and I do want to see it. I still feel like it's another cliche answer, though, but whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, when you watch The Thing, I'm telling you, 1981... still holds up to this day. It was a box office bomb. Critics did not, they hate it. They thought it's too disgusting. 20, 30, 40 years later, people are praising that movie as one of the greatest Not just horror movies, movies of all time.
My number 2, Scream.
Oh yeah.
OG, original Scream.
That's my number 6.
And this was a movie that was one of the first horror movies I really saw when I was growing up and stuck with me. Definitely one of my favorite horror franchises. And there's nothing I'm going to say in this video about Scream that everyone doesn't know.
Yeah, it brought back horror. Horror was on the downfall, and here comes Scream. And it was freaking just a brilliant, clever-ass script and brilliantly directed by Wes Craven. And here we are now. 20, 30 years. Damn, Ricky, 25 years later.
25 years later.
26 years later. Fuck.
Now we're down to our number 1 current favorite horror movies, because this shit does change all the time. I've already switched up my list since we started. If you're enjoying the video, though, drop a like. It really does help us, and it's a great way to support the channel. One like goes a long way. Number 1, Justin. Let's get into it. Can't wait to hear this one. It better not be The Exorcist.
No, it's not The Exorcist. I can't watch The Exorcist. It's too scary for me. My number 1 is the most influential on current horror movie. Not current. It's the most influential horror movie of all time, in my opinion. John Carpenter's Halloween. Now that is a cliche answer, but I watched that movie more times than I've seen any other freaking movie. It's not even my favorite horror villain. I think that movie is just perfectly freaking directed and written. It's so simple. It's like, okay, so like I want to make movies, right? I've always have. I just don't have the freaking talent for it. But one day I think I'm gonna do it. But you watch a movie like Halloween, it just looks so simple. Like, it's a simple story in a simple town and with simple characters, but it's so gosh damn fucking effective and rewatchable. And it makes you feel like, oh man, I could make the next Halloween. I can make the next I can make a movie if I want to. Because you see that brilliance from John Carpenter, and it's just like, it just blows your fucking mind. Donald Pleasance. Holy! Fucking love me some Donald Pleasance, man. He's the devil's eyes. I forget the line.
Yeah, come on. I would like to go with mine now.
Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, and one of my favorite horror movie openings of all time. Just that tracking shot of him. You don't know what the fuck it is, and then he comes to find out it's a little fucking boy. Incredible.
My number 1. Are you ready for this? A Nightmare on Elm Street. Part 3. Dream Warriors,
Woo!
baby!
I like it, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the absolute... And I do say my list does go up and down, changes, whatever. This is going to be one that's always in the top 3. Dream Warriors. The absolute pinnacle of what Nightmare on Elm Street is.
Can I talk?
No, I'm not done. I just need to breathe for a second. When he picks Patricia Arquette, that's not Patricia Arquette. What's her name?
Just say the blonde girl.
The blonde girl?
I don't remember.
I get confused.
Yeah.
Picks up the blonde chick. Welcome primetime, bitch. Shoves him in the fucking shit. You got Joey. You know, when I was a kid, man, I'm watching this. I was like, Joey, get it, Joey.
We're all Joey in that.
Get it,
dude.
Joey. Yeah.
I don't care if that's Freddy or not. Fuck her.
And then when it turned out it was Freddy, I was still like, get it,
Get
Joey.
it, Joey.
You know, the scene where Freddy's in the sky and he's got the marionette. I think that's what it's called, like a marionette puppet, whatever.
Tendons.
Yeah. And he cuts the string, dude. The Freddy that's a little claymation doll that fucking comes alive. This movie is the pinnacle of Nightmare on Elm Street movies. It is a movie that I get passionate about. Obviously, it's my favorite movie of all time when it comes to horror. If you want to say something about it, go ahead.
No, I love that call. Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is one of the greatest horror movies of all time. A lot of people feel that way, and there's a lot of people just shit on it too. So fuck you guys who shit on it. I'm sorry, but it's got to go down that way, you know.
I will fight people that say it's a shitty movie. I'll fight, not like physically, but I'll like get into like a tit for tat. It might turn into like a, I don't know.
Yeah, but the tendon kills, I know I said Tina was like my favorite couple times. That's right there with it, man. The tendon kill, oh my god, it's freaking amazing. And then when they go into the dream, it's just a smart concept. You have a troubled kids and a freaking, where are they in? A mental ward.
It's a mental ward, yeah.
Mental ward, and you get to know these characters. They do a great job building up these characters. Heather Langenkamp fucking comes back. Early Lawrence Fishburne, who's known as Larry Fishburne at the time.
Which was one of my favorite characters in that movie. The only goddamn person in that fucking movie with a little bit of sense. I mean, I'm telling you, man. He's saying shit that makes sense. Everyone else isn't.
Yeah, and we can't forget Kincaid.
Oh, Kincaid.
Kincaid's like my favorite fucking character.
Yeah. Kincaid's a shit, man. Kincaid's a shit.
The only thing that sucks about this movie is
you got the heroin addict.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. So the first half is building up these characters in that mental ward, and then you go into the second half of the movie where they have to go into the dream world, and it's just, that's such a great, awesome, fun concept within the Nightmare on Elm Street fucking world. You become something that whatever you want to be, you know?
Yeah,
and that makes sense in a dream.
And it wasn't explored in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 kind of started, it went and did its own thing.
I love Nightmare on Elm Street.
I do too. I like Nightmare on Elm Street too, but it did its own thing.
Oh yeah.
And
the director talks shit about Wes Craven, Ricky. He's like, that dude, fuck that movie. That movie sucks. And he's like, he's got his way of being scary is fucking having a parrot fucking fly around and attacking people.
And more dicks on screen.
Oh, that's why I love that movie though. Is how the undertones of the homo fucking
It's,
sexuality.
yeah, it's
great.
throughout. It's blatant and it has it adds some comedic fucking value to that movie.
I can't wait to get on
but number 3 was really the first time they really nailed what this franchise is.
It's
And
the perfect Freddy.
It's the pinnacle, yeah.
It's the perfect Freddy. It's the most iconic version of Freddy. It's where he's still like this point. He's scary, but he's also got those great freaking one-liners where he can be funny too. 4, 5, 6, where he starts to get more comedic. But man, this one he just hit the fucking his peak as Freddy. I think
that wasn't too bad. That was a nice little video we did there.
Fun.
Hey, like I said, let us know in the comments section who you agree with more. We're gonna compete over this. We'll figure out who won. I think I got it in the bag. You probably do though.
I should. I
Yeah.
mean, if you fucking vote for this guy, it's just because you like him better.
And that's okay. If you enjoyed that video, we have another video right here. Feel free to check it out, man.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a wonderful video. We did it. We're funny. We're cool guys.
Well, we try.
We don't try. It just comes off naturally.
You can't say that. They'll hate us. They'll turn on us.